Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Hey, I'm just jumping on here real quick. Wanted to provide a little bit of information for you today. Today, I am talking about home inspections and if you should have one. So, I am going to give you a few tips when buying a home and what to think about as far as a home inspection. So, should you have a home inspection? So first, I want to talk a little bit before even scheduling that home inspection when you write the contracts. A couple things that I want you to keep in mind and think about. So when you write or your agent writes that purchase agreement, oftentimes buyers do not read that full contract to see what it says, and they are relying on their real estate agent to look out for their best interest. So one of the areas on the contract, probably on page 2 or 3, depending on the contract your agent is using, it lists a section about home inspections in there, and it's very specific as to when you are to have that home inspection done. So typically, once that contract has been signed, you have anywhere from 5 to 10 days to have that home inspection done. So you want to make sure and check that area. If you have someone in mind that's a home inspector, you want to make sure that you have that you know that they're going to be available if that window is only a 5 day period. On average, we see it about 7 days written in there. And also in that section, you have your general home inspection, radon, pest, a whole list of home inspections that you can have. So if you're not sure which home inspections you want to make sure that you're having them check off as many as possible, because if they do not check that box off and you decide later on that you want to have an inspection, then the seller does not have to opt in to let you have that inspection. So it's important that you check those boxes prior to you signing or having that contract signed off on. Okay. So you also want to make sure that you ask for a copy of the property disclosure statement prior to having the home inspection. On the property, the residential property disclosure statement, it is a disclosure that is required by the state of Ohio that even if they're selling for sale by owner, they are required to have this residential property disclosure completed. And on that property disclosure, they complete everything that they know about the property, even if it was fixed. So if they had a leaky roof at one point in time and they replaced that roof, this would still be listed directly on that contract. So you want to make sure you review that property disclosure. And if they listed anything on that property disclosure, you want to pinpoint that to the direction of your home inspector so that they can kind of zero in on that area to make sure that it was resolved in a fashion that is suitable to your liking. So, should you have a home inspection? Yes, you should have a home inspection. Oftentimes, buyers will try to say no, especially if it's in a city where a city point of sale has been completed. But a city point of sale is not a home inspection. They're just doing a walkthrough of the property, just kind of giving a glimpse of what is visible. Your home inspector is going to look from the foundation, any moisture and water coming in, all the way to your attic, again, looking for moisture and water coming in, and any other potential hazards or problems throughout the entire house. They even run things like your dishwasher, and some inspectors will also look at other appliances like your stove and your refrigerator. So that home inspector is going to do a thorough job of inspecting the property and looking out for your best interest in that property. So, but one thing you must remember about a home inspector is that they are not a contractor. So with that being said, they should not be the end all be all to the contract that you're reviewing. Don't let them kill the deal. Obviously, there's some things that can pop up on there that could potentially absolutely kill the deal. But just remember that home inspector, many times they are not a contractor. Since they are not a contractor, they may not really understand what can go into the property to fix that potential repair. So if something comes up, just think about it, and maybe it's time to have a second opinion. Have a contractor to go out to the property to review it, to take a look and tell you how much that is actually going to cost. Now, you do have the option to go back to the seller once you have that home inspection done to ask for them to make repairs on those items. There's no perfect house, including a new construction. Some things may pop up on there. So there can be a laundry list of little things, and we're not trying to scare the seller off. And it's really hard to make a home perfect, but we're going to review that report and look for any safety or hazard concerns. Those safety and hazard concerns, we absolutely want to go back to the seller. Maybe it has something to do with the electrical panel, or it could be something to do with the hot water tank or the furnace. You want to take that back to the seller. Or any major big ticket items, you want to go back, renegotiate the contract with your client. And sometimes, in most cases, the seller will make repair because they know that they're going to have to make these repairs regardless, or come down on the price. That's another option. They could come down on the price, or it could be settled at closing in some sort of fashion. But we do have it open to go back and to negotiate with that seller. So you want to keep that in mind. We don't want to overdo it in what our requests are and what we're asking them, but it definitely is important for you to have a home inspection. Last thing about a home inspector. Make sure when you are reaching out to your home inspector that you are not calling on, your Uncle Pookie down to come out to do that home inspection. You want to make sure that you are calling a reliable source, someone who does this as a full-time, day in and day out home inspector. I've witnessed times where a friend, or they've called out to their friend who happens to be a contractor to come out to do the home inspection, and things were overlooked. Just because the home inspector is trained, they have the tools and resources, they're taking pictures, they're doing a thorough report of the home inspection. When you're using a contractor and they don't do this on a daily basis, they're more likely to, overlook some things, or they didn't take pictures while going through the property, and it causes problems. And in the long run, it's just best, a home inspection starts out at about $300 and can go up from there. It's best just to pay the $300 for that general home inspection, to have the peace of mind, to know someone looked at it who this is what their full-time job is. So I'm not going to be on here long today. I just wanted to pop on, provide a little bit of information to you, talking about home inspections. If you are not subscribed or you have not liked my channel, make sure you do so. I provide great information like this all the time, talking about real estate, all kinds of resources available to you. If you would like to talk about your situation, or you're thinking about buying, selling a home, or you want to invest in real estate right here in the Cleveland market, reach out. Let's connect. You can call our office at 216-220-7886. In the comment section, I will also list all of my contact information. I always provide great information like this, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.